Hi, Kristina. This is Jenna. Good to meet you virtually. So, I like to give everybody who's never had a reading with me my usual spiel of I'm a psychic medium, intuitive tarot reader, all that good stuff. So, what happens is I sit and meditate before I do your video. So, that's what I've currently done. Thank you for your patience. I'm still recovering from this nasty cold, which you heard last night if you were in my live. And so I didn't sleep at all last night, and so that's why it's taken me till tonight to get back to you. So I apologize for that, but I wanted to be at least somewhat well rested to be able to try and channel clear messages for you. So that is what the delay was about. So thank you for understanding and thank you for your patience. So I did pick up a male energy. I had several emails last night, so I can't remember if you said it was husband energy that you were trying to pick up, but I did pick up a spouse that was coming through. And he didn't give me a ton of information, but he did give me a couple of specifics. So those are what I wrote down. You do get a copy of my notes, so hopefully you can read my handwriting. I always warn people it's not the greatest anymore, but you do get a copy of this along with your email for the link to this video. So you do get a copy of those. So the first thing that Spirit shows me, and I get a lot of, sometimes I get images in my mind, sometimes I get pieces of music, sometimes I'll get names. The names aren't always 100%, sometimes it can sound similar to what it sounds like to me. It usually comes through as kind of a faint whisper, and so if the name isn't exact, I always tell people, don't worry about that. If the rest of the details match, that's what we're really worried about. So the male energy that comes through, I would say, isn't super old. He's probably like mid-20s to mid-30s. He looks fairly young in his face, like he's not super wrinkled or anything like that. So I would say even if he is older than that, that he doesn't look like he's very old. He comes through looking like he could be in some sort of military uniform. So he may have been in the military at some point. I'm not positive which branch this would be. I don't know enough about them to decipher what's what. He looks like he's in the camouflage uniform is what I can see him in. So the first glimpse that the Spirit shows me is what looks like he's on either a military base or some sort of deployment. And I feel like I'm in a desert place. It's someplace very dry, very hot. So I don't know if this is where he's from or if this is where he had to go, but I do feel like this person was attached to a unit of other personnel from the military. They're all dressed similar. Let's see. So I have that I see what looks like a military base, lots of troops in military clothing. Looks like it could be a deployment. So someone's either in the military now or has been. I feel like this is a male that I'm being shown, and I feel like I'm in a desert place, very hot, very dry. He is trying to show me his wedding ring. So this is definitely a husband. It's like I can see a band. And he kind of does one of these where it's like he's showing me the finger with the ring on it. So it's like signaling, yes, this is a husband. Let's see, what do we have next here? He then gives me the word children like it's a question. And I'm not sure if he's referring to that he wanted children or that you both wanted to start a family and didn't get to, or if there's something to do around a question of children. And I don't understand what he's showing me with that. He says it like it's a question. So to me, it's like, did you not have any or did you want them? And so I don't know what he's referring to, but it's like children as a question. So I don't know if you guys were thinking about starting your family or if you wanted to, but he poises it as like it's a question, children. So I don't know what the significance of that is for you. He then gives me the word Texas. That could be a place you guys wanted to go. Maybe it's where you live. Maybe it's where he's been. I don't know the significance of that. And then he gives me the word National Guard. So he could have been part of that. Maybe it was something that was significant. And then he shows me what looks like a border. And I see like patrol. It looks like people are walking a perimeter back and forth. Definitely armed. So I would say that there is like security or to secure something. Again, I feel like this is a deployment in the military. So whether it's Texas or someplace else around the world, I feel like he's showing me something that's significant for whatever reason. I don't know that this is like current events for what's going on down there. I don't feel like that's what he's showing me. I feel like this is something that's already happened. He then gives me the word crisis hotline, so I don't know if there's some sort of significance to that or if somebody had to use one. And then he gives me what sounds like a name, Ashley or Ashland. This could also be a place, like a name of a place, if it's not a person's name. Ashland, Ashley, Ashland. I have both written down here. So it's either a name or a place, and then Maryland. That one's more clear to me. So those could also be significant to places that either you guys are from, maybe you live, I don't know. But I write everything down that comes through. All right, so he shows me what looks like an inscription on something, like either jewelry or a tattoo. It's small and I can't make out the lettering, but it looks like it's a few words together. At first it looks like it could be like inside of like a ring or a necklace. And then it looks like I see ink, like tattoo ink. So this could be like somebody got something tattooed as a memorial. It's little though. I wish I could read what it says, but I feel like it's a saying or like a quote of something, something that maybe you two said to each other, but I feel like it's somehow significant and that somebody either has this on a piece of jewelry or it's a tattoo on somebody. Either way that resonates for you. All right, so the next thing that I started hearing after I could see the inscription was You Are My Sunshine, that song. So you are my sunshine, my only sunshine. Let's see. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you, so please don't take my sunshine away. I don't know why Spirit will give me certain songs at certain times during readings and other times I don't get any. So I don't know how or why this would be significant to you, but that is something that came through. So I don't know where I'm sure YouTube would have it that you could look up and listen to that whole song if you've never heard it, but they're referring to that for a reason. So listen to the song, You Are My Sunshine, and really listen to the lyrics because I guarantee you there's another message in there. But really the energy that's coming through with that is how much this person loves you. And he's saying that he loves you deeply, that he wants you to know how much that you mean to him and that that's really important. The next thing that they give me is trumpets. I feel like I can see somebody playing a trumpet, and I feel like it's multiple people. So like a band or something. I don't know what they're playing. It's not like a piece of music I'm familiar with, but I feel like I hear the trumpet playing. So either somebody played it and it was significant, like they played the instrument, or a trumpet playing is somehow significant to one of you guys. And then they give me a male name, Rob, R-O-B, or Ryan. I feel like I hear an R name. Definitely a male name, Rob or Ryan. If the name isn't exact, don't worry about it. It's just something that I write down because I was picking it up. Rob or Ryan. There's nothing else that's coming with those. The next thing that Spirit showed me was a pocket watch. And I feel like I see somebody like click it to open the cover of it. And then I can see the face of the clock, like the numbers and the hands on the clock. And it's definitely an older pocket watch. I mean, this would be like an antique if it was, from its original time period now. I feel like this was something that was passed down to somebody in a family. And I feel like it could also be a tattoo. But I see a pocket watch. So it looks like it's very old. Could also be a tattoo on someone. And I can see the face on the clock. I did draw kind of what I can see. And then the last thing that they show me is nurses or somebody in the medical field. They're dressed in a white uniform. I almost feel like it looks kind of old-timey too. But I do feel like it's somebody dressed in white. So whatever that has to do with it, it looks like a nurse's uniform. It could be something else, like a doctor, but something to do with the medical field. Maybe somebody was recently in a hospital. Maybe somebody wants to go into medicine, things like that. Maybe somebody wants to be a nurse. Maybe somebody is a nurse. But I do see the white uniform. So the biggest message that I get is that this person's coming through with a lot of love, that they want to express how much they truly care for you. Weird little mementos, like the tattoos are somehow significant, or the inscription, the pocket watch, the wedding band. Let's see what else. The places could be significant. What did we have? We had Texas, Maryland, Ashland. There may be a place named Ashland that I'm not familiar with. And then being either in the military or some sort of like deployment to a very hot, dry, like desert place. Things like that. Let's see, what else did we have here? And the song and possibly trumpets. So I'm not 100% sure sometimes why Spirit gives me the random things that they do. It would be much easier for all of us if they'd just come through and like give me clear messages and say what they need to say. Unfortunately, that's never how it seems to work. So I just give everybody exactly what they give me. I've learned over the years that if I try and force it and, keep prodding and prodding, I don't always get any better results. So it usually does take me a good half an hour to 45 minutes for most of my readings just to channel information. And in that time, this is what I got. So hopefully something resonates for you. Thank you again for your time and your patience. And if you have any more questions, please feel free to email me and reach out. Otherwise, I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. Thank you so much.